So this is Chris Emanuel of MMA UK, and I'm joined today by the bad boy of Birmingham, the lead performer of the Easy Money Tour, daddy of Bellator, Big Island Attitude, Mr. Tasty Shots, the assassin, Fabian Edwards. Fabian has just come off the back of yet another victory. What's that? 7, 8, 9. I lose track of how many victories you have on the trot now. So yeah. I think that's 7 professional victories, 3 in Bellator. This weekend beating Falco Neto at Bellator Birmingham. First round victory. How do you feel the fight went?
I felt the fight went. It didn't go the way I thought it would have. I thought it would have came out and tried to exchange on the feet, but I caught him with a body kick. No one's seen it, but I caught him with a kick and I seen his face. I seen his face change. I see that little wince. So as soon as he felt a bit of power, he just went into panic mode and just wanted to try his hardest to keep him on the floor, which was his downfall.
He also put a shot into his chest. I saw he punched him in his chest partway through that first round as well, which he didn't like. He seemed to rush you straight afterwards as well.
Yeah.
So
that's a big Jamaican power that is. That big Jamaican power. I didn't like it.
Well, he managed to take you down a couple of times, which is something that we haven't actually seen.
Once.
Okay. It's on top of you. It's on top of you twice. We took you down once. I'll give you that. So it's something we haven't really seen too much in your previous fights.
Yeah.
Did that surprise you? Did his power surprise you? Because he's a big boy, you know. On his tapology, you look at him. He looks like my little brother, and then he comes out and he's like jacked.
Jacked, mate. He was jacked. I looked across the cage, and I thought, I need to go to fucking welterweight. I thought I'm in the wrong weight division here. What's going on? But he was strong. I expected for him to be strong, but I knew his strength wouldn't last. I knew them sort of guys, they're only good for like the first 3 minutes. And after that, the gas tank goes. So I knew that if it was to go to the second round, third round, he would have had nothing left because when we were engaging in grappling, I could feel like he was squeezing for his dear life. It wasn't really technique. He was just using all his strength, and that sort of stuff, you can only sustain it for so long.
Well, he had you in side control as well, and he didn't really do anything with it whatsoever. If anything, we saw more movement out of you in side control when you were kicking your feet whilst underneath him. So what was behind that? Why were you kicking your feet out? Was that just adjusting position or just irritating him?
I was trying to get my knees in. I was trying to get my frames in, but I wasn't pushing on the face. I was trying to get my frames in, and I was trying to get my frames on my back. Yeah. I was trying to get my frames on the inside. I'm trying to get my knees in. There's one or two things looking back at it that I should have done that I didn't do, but it is what it is. I'm still young in the sport. I'm still growing, and my next fight I'll be able to show the improvements.
Indeed, yeah. Well, when you got back to your feet, you tried the flying knee, which is a signature move from your Bellator debut, which introduced you to the global platform essentially. Yeah. Was that frustration, or is that just more you wanting to finish him with a highlight reel finish?
It's because I've seen it. Like I caught him with I got up and I whipped up a left high kick, and it like caught him on his shoulder and he blocked it a little bit. And then I looked at him and he just looked a bit like just tired and he just looked open. I thought, okay, fuck it, let me give it a go. And I gave it a go, and it kind of like it ate in his chest. It caught him in his chest. I should have jumped a bit higher. I need to work on my box jump. You know what I mean? I caught him in his chest, and he kind of pushed me against the cage, and he ended up getting a little takedown on me.
He did. See that little takedown?
It's a little one.
There have been a few people that have said that Neto was a bit of an easier fight for you than your previous one against Lee Chadwick. Would you agree with that? Or would you say that it's another step up in competition? Because that's something that, you know, I followed your career for a long time now. I remember seeing you as an amateur back, I think you were maybe 4 or 5 when I was an amateur the first time I saw you. And every time you fought, you seemed to have fought someone better. Now, this was the first time I don't know. You know, I'd be interested to get your opinion on that.
I'm on paper, he therefore was a lesser opponent than Chadwick, you know, but he done more than me than Chadwick did. You know what I mean? He done more than me than Chadwick did. Even though he didn't do a lot, but he was on top. Chadwick didn't end up on top at all, you know. So I think I underestimated him a little bit. I thought he was gonna come out and just strike. and he came out and obviously he felt a bit of power, and he just went straight into grappling. So, and because there wasn't a lot of video on this guy, it was kind of hard to prepare for him. So, all I was focusing on this camp was just trying to just get all my areas better, you know. Where Chadwick, I knew what Chadwick was after, I knew what he was trying to do, so I prepared for that and I knew how to shut it down. Where this guy, I didn't really expect for him to try to engage in the grappling straight away.
So you finished it with quite a unique fashion again, with 3 up kicks to the face, followed by a Mr. Tasty shot left hand.
Tasty.
And then the referee just about managed to stop you from putting his head through the canvas.
Yeah.
Ever think that you're going to finish a fight with up kicks when you started your career?
Never. I've done 2 finishes that a lot of people would never do in the career. You know what I mean? I got 2 flying knees and I've got an up kick. So, but those sort of things, up kicks, I practice up kicks in training. Obviously, I can't kick people to the face, but whenever I'm in that position and I'm on back, I'm always looking to like not rush to get up. I will take my time. I knew like all I had to do was take my time because he was so desperate. But at the same time, I'm watching the fight back and I'm still thinking, what the fuck was going through his head? You know, like after the first kick, I was just thinking, what was going through his head? Like, why did he step back? Everyone
either step back or just jump on you. Yeah, one or the other.
You know what I mean? So it was weird, but I don't know. It's weird.
It's another highlight reel finish, though. Yeah, another one to add to your repertoire.
Another one.
Yeah, another one. So that takes you to 3-0 now in Bellator.
Yeah.
There's a couple of fights that are happening which I'd be interested to get your take on. First of all, in London, there's Van Steenis versus Shipman. Now, Shipman was somebody that earlier on in your career when you were fighting for Bama, Shipman was obviously the belt holder. You were calling him out, but that seems to have gone a bit quiet now. Is Shipman someone that you'd be interested in facing if he comes through Van Steenis, or have you got eyes on another prize?
If Bellator give me that fight, then I'll take it, you know. But other than that, I'm not gonna put no more. I'm not gonna give him no more fucking mention. I'm not gonna boost his name up anymore. You know what I mean? No one knows who Shipman is. Fuck Shipman. So I'm not gonna mention his name. I make people think, who's this guy? I've mentioned his name. He doesn't want the fight. So I'm looking past him now. I'm looking past him. If anyone else wants it out there, that's got a big record, I think they can do the job. I'm here, you know, send the contract over. I will get the job sorted.
Well, later on that month, there's another interesting fight in your weight division. Gegard Mousasi versus Lovato Jr.
Yeah.
Who do you think takes that?
I think Mousasi take that fight. You know what I mean? I think Mousasi take that fight. That Lovato is juiced at his head as well. Look at him. He's about 60. He's fucking in better shape than me. You know what I mean? Fucking juiced at his head. But fuck that. Yeah, I mean, he's looking at the fight, I just think Mousasi will take the fight, you know, he'll keep it standing and he'll bingo him. So that's my take on that, man.
We have always been somebody, as said before, sensibly stepping up in terms of experience with your opponents. You've got Mousasi sitting at the top of the tree. Obviously, that's going to be your aim. He's currently 45-6, so we go 46-6 if he beats Lovato Jr. Is he somebody that you'd want to be fighting soon, or are you looking to progress a little bit further before taking that shot?
No, that's someone I look at, and I would love to take the fight now. Like, if they call me and they said, "Oh, fucking Lovato's pull out," would you step in? I would step in, and my terms would be, just pay me half of what he's getting. That's all I would ask for. That's all I would ask for. Just pay me half of what he's getting, and I'll step in. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's business at the end of the day. So I'm not going to step in and get fucking 20 and he gets $1 million. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I need to get paid as well. So that's a fight I would love to take. I'd love to take it I'll take it like that. You know what I mean? In a drop off a hat. But it has to be on good terms. The money has to be right. Everything has to be right. I'm not really looking at the experience and thinking to myself, oh, fucking hell, it had 50-something fights. Nah, I don't give a fuck about that. Experience have never bothered me, you know, because a lot of these guys, they've been doing the same thing since the start of their career. You know what I mean? They might have got a little bit better, but they've been doing the same shit. So I look at guys like Mousasi and I still think to myself, I'll beat this guy. I know everyone is thinking, look at this guy that's talking shit. You're always talking shit until you prove everyone wrong. And then everyone be like, I always knew you'd beat him. You jump on the bandwagon. So I'll just keep talking my shit until I go out there and prove it to the world that I will take this man apart. You know, my game is better than all them.
You've been proving people wrong all the way through your career. And as I said, you've been unbeaten all the way through your amateur career. You're unbeaten all the way through your pro career.
Yeah.
You've been progressing up through, you were literally the belt collector in your amateur career. Now you've gone through BAMO, which was, one of the national shows in the UK. You're on Bellator now, which is one of the top 3 on the planet.
Yeah.
And you're still beating people. So one of the things I noticed actually being in the crowd on Saturday was how big a reception you got. Now, it's not the Birmingham fighters didn't naturally get a huge reception. I sat behind Saul Rogers, or sat in front of Saul Rogers fans, for example, and they made way more noise than Aidan Lee's fans, for example. You got by far and away the biggest reception. Do you think it's your confidence that's bringing the fans to you, or do you think it's your fighting style? What do you think it is that's making you the global star that you're becoming today?
Might be the confidence, might be the looks. It might be a few things. It might be the fighting style. I reckon it's the looks and the fighting style. I'll go with that. I'll go with those two.
Yeah, you didn't want to do the video interview with me.
I got the rough yesterday. Yesterday was my off day. I go out there and I put on good performance. I put on good performances. At the end of the day, I talk what I think, and people like that. Some people hate it as well. I get hateful messages telling me I'm a prick, but it's all good. I love you too. You know what I mean? I love you too. So I think people have liked to see good fights, and everything. If you follow me from amateur career, you know I'm a finisher. In my amateur days, I had 9 finish out of 10 fights. In my pro career, I've had 6 finishes out of 7 fights. So you watch him, thinking this guy's a good finisher. I want to see good fights, and I think that's why the crowd was drawn to me. They know that I'm going to go out there and I am going to deliver.
So the plan now, then, you've worked your way up through Bellator Europe. There's the Bellator in the States. Are you planning to fight? Have you got a US visa? Have you sorted that out with Bellator?
It's getting sorted. It's getting sorted. So that's it. It's getting sorted. Whilst it's getting sorted, I'll do the cleanup job over here in my home country.
So further down the line, how far are you looking? Are you looking just 1 or 2 fights ahead, or are you looking all the way down the length of your career at the minute?
What for? What?
Just where you're going to go with your career. Obviously, you look at you're looking for the world title, the Bellator middleweight world title. So, for example, I speak to Yanis, your Mr. Sport, your nutritionist, Yanis Fleming, a lot. Now, we talk about you from time to time. I don't want to say I talk about you too much because you'll get a big head. But I mentioned in the conversation one time to Yanis, said, I wonder what it'd be like if he went down to welterweight, thinking perhaps that'd be what you said. And Yanis just laughed at me and said, if anything, he's more likely to go up to light heavyweight. He likes his food too much.
That's true. Light heavyweight.
Would that be a plan? Would you, if you, in a dream scenario, if you were to get the Mousasi fight, you go and beat Gegard Mousasi, get that middleweight belt, would you have Ryan Bader on your radar?
Yeah, that's it. Like I mentioned on the weekend, I said 205, 285. You know what I mean? I said the
that's a lot of eating.
I said the heavier weight, so I would love to. That's one thing I've got in my mind. I want to capture the middleweight title, and after I capture it, I'd love to go up and fight for the light heavyweight title as well. You know what I mean? I like to do stuff that only a few have done. So I don't think no one's done that in Bellator, have they?
No, you've got Bader who holds both light heavyweight and heavyweight.
Oh yeah.
And then you did have Rory try, but he got beaten by Mousasi and quite handily for the middleweight title in the end, didn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Bader's the only person in Bellator who's got the 2.
Yeah. So there you go. Then I like to go. I like to be able to go up there and do something that only one person have done so far in Bellator, and stamp my name in history. Because I keep saying to everyone, that's what I'm here for. People might see me put all this easy money shit. But at the end of the day, I'm here for greatness, man. You know what I mean? I'm not just here for the paycheck. I'm here to achieve something that no one can erase. You know what I mean? No one can take it away from me. So when I achieve those goals, no one can say anything. No one can say nothing about it because that's something that's going to get stamped and written down in history forever.
So talking about greatness then, if you could have a dream fight, doesn't matter if someone past or present, who would be your dream fight if you could fight anybody?
My dream fight, I think, would have to be Silva, John Jones, and also, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it.
Like together or separate or
together.
Yeah.
That'd be a good fight to have. It'd be good to feel the difference. Silva in his prime days, though, not when he's now. I mean, Silva back when he was Silva. So I like to be able to. I like to even Khabib, but me being a lighter weight, I like to be able to just feel that pressure to see if it's actually like fucking out. So I'm always up for challenges. I'm always up for just testing out new styles. I'm never one that shy away from fights. So it'd be good to go up there and try out with some legends.
So if you're up for a challenge, then I'm going to completely switch it up and ask you one more question before I let you go. One thing that we do with MMA UK is we look for our challenges, and at the moment, our challenge is a Jaffa cake eating challenge. So Jaffa cakes. Now, world record is 17 Jaffa cakes in 1 minute.
17 Jaffa cakes in 1 minute?
Yeah, 17 Jaffa cakes in 1 minute. So the rules are you're not allowed to have a drink and you have to only eat one at a time. So literally one in, chew, open your mouth to prove that it's been gone, in with the next one. So how many do you reckon? Would you do it? And how many do you reckon? So would you do it actually on camera when in the off season when you're not fighting?
Yeah.
And how many do you reckon you could do?
I reckon I'll definitely be 17. 17 will get smoked. So I'm going for in the 20s.
You reckon you'd do that in 1 minute?
1 minute in 20s? That sounds easy, that is.
Okay, so are you accepting the challenge?
I'm accepting the challenge.
Excellent. The challenge. So realistically, we could have our first world champion on MMA UK breaking another world record.
There you go. It's going to happen. 17 is getting broken. 17 is getting destroyed.
Awesome. Right, I'm keeping you to that now because I've got this on camera. Well, before we sign off, is there anyone that you'd like to thank? Anyone particular, sponsors, any shout outs that you want to give, or any messages you want to give to any of your potential opponents after yet another devastating victory?
I haven't got no message from my opponents, but I'd just like to give a massive shout out to a few people, to my team, Renegade. Great team down there. I'd like to give a shout out to Henry down at Corfit. He's my striking coach. I'd like to give Mr. Sports a shout out for making me make weight because without him, I'll have to be giving up 20%. So I give him a massive shout out. I'd like to give my sponsors that sponsor me for this fight, Narco clothing. I'd like to give Mob Fresh. Also like to give Throat Punch Coffee a shout out as well. And yeah, I think that might be it. I feel that might be it.
Cool. Thank you very much. Fabian, as always, it's been an absolute pleasure. So thank you very much for your time today. And I certainly look forward to watching you fight again and win again. Yeah. As I've watched all the way through your career.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time, Fab.
Respect, man.